welcome to the Swift Half, your weekly session of chat from the UK OCR and adventure running scene. Each week, pub landlord Alan and our favourite regular Ian discuss races, runners and anything else that comes to mind. So pull up a pew, pour yourself a drink and join us for the Swift Half.
You're listening to the 34th most popular podcast, whose listeners think that 3 border collies were found not proven in the recent Scottish sheepdog trials.
So hello listener, this is not the Muddy Duck, this is your regular Ian, and yeah, I've just popped to the Swift Half pub and there's a sign that says, gone out. Apparently Alan has gone out to the theatre tonight, trying to get a little bit of culture in his life, so I've been for a wander and I found another pub, listener. It's got a strange name. I've never heard this name before. It's called Accountability Corner. And you know what? I'm going to pop inside. Oh, wow. Listener, in Accountability Corner, we've got Who's Hot Horse. We've got Chris Shipley. He's moonlighting as a barman. Chris, what are you doing?
Ian, I didn't expect to see you coming into this place. Hello?
Hi there, Chris. Yeah, the Muddy Duck has decided to put a big sign saying he's closed for the night, so I needed another watering hole. And not only are you here, we've got a landlord here, Darren Martin. Darren, pleased to meet you.
Oh, welcome to accountability. Oh, sorry, Swift Accountability Corner. It's nice to have you here.
Thank you so much for being open. It's cold out there, so I was really happy to find another place open. You know what? I think I'm going to perch myself over there by the jukebox. I'm just going to listen to the sounds of this pub. You guys just get on with your business, and if you need me, just give me a holler.
We will do. Thank you very much for that intro, Ian. And yeah, enjoy yourself. And do you know what? I need to apologise right now that our other member isn't here, but we like to. What's his role in this ship? What's his role in our pub? Or Mo?
He's a dishwasher.
The dishwasher, and the dishwasher isn't allowed to talk, so you're just gonna have to put up with me and Shipley.
He's had a busy night. There's been a lot of people coming into this pub tonight, and he's had to wash a lot of dishes.
So, Ships, how? Suppose we need to figure this out, don't we? Like, how does this usually run? Do you?
Well, the first thing we need to do.
Oh, hang on.
I didn't know what you're drinking.
Oh, well, I'm glad you asked that. What we're drinking. Actually, should we ask Ian first? Because Ian's our guest. Well, are we
Ian's
his guest or is he? Yeah, it's his round. Ian, what you got?
I went to Dublin a couple of weekends ago and I brought back with me some rock shandy, which I'm not sure if you've ever heard of rock shandy, but it is lemon, it is also orange, it is delicious, and for whatever reason, it's never made its way over to this country. That drink alone may be a reason for me to head to Ireland, like, for a good while, you know. Maybe I open up an Irish branch of Swift Half over there. Have either of you ever tried it?
No.
No.
I call myself half Irish, and I've never tried that in my life, so that's bad, isn't it?
Yeah, if you can, head over there, get yourself a rock shandy. It's club soda rock shandy. They also do club soda lemon that the intern loves, and club soda orange, which the intern does not love. But club soda rock shandy is where to go. So make sure that you get yourself a bottle next time you go. Like, you'd get yourself a real Guinness as well.
Yeah, I thought you was going to say Guinness because there's a trend at the minute, isn't there? Everyone trending, splitting the G.
Yeah, I've heard about that. I'm sure I used to do that when I was in university, which was, as long-time listeners of the show know, about a year and a half ago was when I graduated, honest.
What's a university?
Oh, Chips, don't worry about that. That's fine.
Isn't that where I got my science degree?
Yeah, you actually got a science degree, if anyone knows. Shipley got his science degree, created by the University of Mo.
Yeah, the dishwasher.
The dishwasher, yeah.
So what are you drinking, Darren?
Well, do you know what? I was going to go for a little herbal tea, but do you know what? That's not good enough in R1. So I went for a little Pinot Noir wine.
Oh,
yeah,
that's funny. I've got a Dom Perignon.
Oh, look at you go!
on a pint glass.
Yeah, that's a scaffolder type. That is, yeah. Wine in a pint glass.
That's how we roll.
Yeah.
So what are we doing? We're taking over a different show tonight, aren't we?
I suppose we've got to give some news, haven't we? Is that what usually happens?
Yeah, we've got to be sensible.
Yeah, I feel like Alan's gone off to the theatre, and I think he's stitched us up, hasn't he? Because I can see some show notes, but I suppose we better follow him to some degree. But every time we do one, I suppose we better plug Accountability Corner. Oh, sorry, Swift Huff. Do you wanna kick us off, Ships? Because do you know what? I'm actually sitting back on this one. Usually I'm a host, so you know what? I'm just gonna roll with it. You go.
Oh, so I've got to be sensible, smart.
Yeah, no,
no.
we don't have to be sensible because you know what this doesn't fall back on us. Like this is fine.
That's true, isn't it?
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
True,
yeah,
true.
Anything we say just goes against Swift us. Oh, so you know what? If people don't like it, doesn't matter really, does it? Let's go.
Do you know what? I think we've rambled less on this podcast than we do on our podcast.
We probably have.
We're going straight into.
Should we ramble a bit more or no? No, their listeners will go down, wouldn't they? We'll do some news and then we'll ramble a little bit more.
Yeah, let's get the news rolling.
Yeah, go on. First, what's your first one?
Well, shall we talk about how Courtney Olsen set a new world record for 50 miles? That was running. We don't usually do running.
that was so red. That was like our advert we just put in our podcast. Please go to counter. Okay, right. So we got some news. So how would you feel, Chips, if you broke a world record, and then got told you'd have to drive 70 miles to go wee in a cup to get drug tested and actually pay for it?
Yeah, so after this story was sent to us, I had a little bit of a read of this.
Okay.
And it does seem a bit fishy. I mean, she had to drive to get it validated. It's a bit much.
Yeah.
Have you read it? Did you read it?
I have done my research. I read it. Yeah, but what tends to happen on trail races, which isn't nice for trail runners, is that they don't happen as often, and sometimes they're not as well attended. So if you're going to actually fulfill and try to break a record, unlike like a road race where there's going to be loads of people and it's going to be affiliated and you're going to have loads of sponsors, this race didn't actually have anyone attending that could have actually done drug tested, so they had to organize it themselves. Four runners were going for records and they had to organize it between us. Sounds like OCR.
Yeah.
athletes happen to do things themselves.
Yeah, it's a bit of a strange one.
Yeah, but I suppose if you're going to go for a record and you want it to be validated, then I suppose you're going to make sure that you do everything to tick all the boxes.
The thing is, right, it's hard, isn't it? Because if she's done this, right, and then she's got to get this validated, she had to drive a long way. Like, there should have been a bit more to it.
Wonder how much she paid. It didn't say how much she paid.
Apparently, it was 14,000 something.
What? No way. You
know what I'm like with numbers.
You messing up the numbers.
Yeah, you know what I'm like with numbers.
It didn't actually say how much it is to get drug tested.
Yeah, it does.
Does it?
It says how much she actually paid. Let me scroll down. Let me tell you.
Ian wouldn't like this one, but apparently, if this was High Rocks, I think they'd be driving the opposite way.
Right. Here you go, Daz. Right.
What?
She had 4,500. 4,500.
4,500 to get drug tested. Yeah, that's a lot of money.
I think somewhere along the lines that knowledge is wrong. Okay. Ian, are you still in the pub?
Yeah, verify. We need.
Yeah, I'm still in the pub.
We need verification of this. How much does it cost to get drug tested?
A regular drug test, or just this one in particular?
This one in particular. Shipley, how much is it for a regular one?
Do you know what? Right, we actually get drug tested at work. Right.
Yeah.
They're not that much to get a drug test. It's like 12 quid for a drug test. But these ones, obviously, yeah, it's 12 quid. But these ones, they have to be officiated by an official person for officiational purposes. Yeah. And I think that's where the problem is. Because she had to get it officiated by this person who didn't come. Well, these people that don't come, that's why it was cost, because she had to drive like miles and miles after the race to get it done.
How much did you say it cost?
What for the official one?
For Courtney Olsen's drug test.
Well, Shipley said 4,500.
4,500. That sounds about right. I think with High Rocks, it's close to that. That's the kind of number I've heard bandied around. You do get an economy of scale, so it probably would work out cheaper if there was more people. But this one in particular, given that it was kind of at her will, if that makes sense, because she didn't have to try and set a record there. But yeah, 4,500, that's about right. And plus, it's 4,500 US dollars. So that's what, about $3,500, give or take?
So now we know why they don't do them at OCR. That's a lot of money.
The thing is, we learnt about that, didn't we, when we did our test?
Yeah, I was going to say, not everyone knows this. Obviously, a lot of people did attend the World Championships, but last year, but all athletes had to do a course, which took nearly over like a week of us actually learning about doping and what actually would happen if we did get tested. And it was actually quite interesting that I actually never knew that each athlete would get an official person that would actually just watch you wee in a cup. Literally does watch you wee in a cup. It's pretty personal.
Have you ever had a drugs test, Dan?
No.
It's not that personal. They don't hold it for you.
Okay.
They basically just stand behind you.
Okay.
But you can't cheat, right? You can't have like water in there. It has to be straight from the source. I know many people who have tried cheating on a drugs test. And
You're talking work. You're talking work. Okay, can we just clarify that?
Yeah, that's right. But this isn't even like work related. This is for an official record, so it's even more official.
Yeah, I just seen a prize money was 4,750. So at least she's got £250 left.
Goes to the gas.
Yeah. Right. So we've gathered. I've learned something on that one. I never knew that they were that expensive. Right.
Yeah, I don't really know where to go from that one.
Well, you got to pivot to the next thing on the list. What else is on the news, Ships? Bring something else in.
Should we talk some OCR?
Let's go straight into OCR. Yeah, do you know what? Everyone's wondering like where are they going with these things, but we're just chucking things to the wall, see if it sticks. So,
should we let people know about some tickets that are on sale first?
Yeah,
get that rolling.
Yeah,
get some selling out there
before we lose people.
There's loads and loads of ticket sales available for accountability corner. I mean, OCR 100 at Fittest. You can get some of them tickets.
Yeah. So Rick, obviously. So you're about Rick? Oh, sorry.
No.
What are you talking?
I was talking about Fittest.
Oh, Fittest. Oh yeah, the 100-meter final or competition.
Yeah, I'm throwing things right out. Yeah,
you are. You're going way off the list, but I'm here for it. So yeah, when's that? On the 12th of December.
Right.
Is that right?
It is on.
No.
God, they're never going to ask us back on this, Dan.
No,
we're butchering it.
It's
not. You haven't even written the date down.
No, that's Alan. I blame that on Alan.
I'm pretty sure it's the 14th.
Listen, it's the 7th.
7th.
7th. Yeah. Ian's nodding. Oh, in the corner there in the jukebox. So yeah, on the 7th, there is still tickets available for the OCR 100 meters at the Fittest Festival. So get your tickets. Have a look at that. That actually looks amazing. That's going to be the atmosphere is going to be incredible there. Inside with so many spectators and also people that don't know OCR just coming over and actually having a look at what are these people doing. And let's admit it, Ships, even though we aren't the 100-meter athletes, 100 meters does look pretty cool for people that don't see OCR.
It's also cool, this one. You got female open elite, you got female open international, female open para, male open elite, male open international, and male open para. There's age categories, there's every sort of availability for newcomers, old comers, people who want to get into the sport, people who want to get out of the sport because they want to run 100 meters. Yeah, I guess it does. It does somehow. There's general running, there's judging, there's photography. I reckon it'll be a real blast. So I do believe they are getting quite close to selling out on this one. So, get your tickets for that. Go down there, Fit Festival, loads of other stuff going on there. Maybe some accountability corner merch down there. Who knows?
I don't think that we've made it big time to have merch down there yet.
I thought Mo was going down there to put up a stall.
Oh yeah, the dishwasher. He's down there. Yeah. Right. Do I get to pick one randomly now?
It's probably better that you do.
Yeah. Because you're. Let's stay on OCR. So, because let's go from 100 meters to endurance. Let's go from one end of the scale of OCR to the other end of the scale. So, This is going to be the best news for most people out there that have been in the sport for years, and that is that Winter Nuts 4 laps is back.
Oh, this was music to my ears.
So we have, obviously there's many series in the UK, but I think they're getting very consistent and formal in the way that they approach it now, which is really helpful for the athletes. Obviously, we're speaking on the Swift Half, which obviously is a part of UKOCR, which runs some of the a great series race. But as an athlete, it's great that we've got an endurance league, a 3K series, and also we've got the UK OCR series looking for that variable of how people approach OCR and what skill sets you bring to it. So it's really good. So we have dates for the endurance league. Ships, what is the first date? Am I putting you in the spot here, or are you gonna? Do you know it?
No, I know it off by heart.
Oh, okay, right, go for it.
March 1st. You know that because it's nuts. I know everything about nuts.
So, instead of wine. March 1st, Winter Nuts, 4 laps, 28k, absolutely awesome course. It's
back by popular demand. I might
popular
add.
demand that is back for, yeah. And also it sounds, for any newbies going into it, first time you're going Winter Nuts, you might need neoprene. That's all I'm saying. It's a little bit of advice. Ships, you've done Winter Nuts so many times. What's your like top 3 bits of advice for a Winter Nuts?
Don't stop, eat plenty, and dress for the weather. Yeah, definitely.
Okay, good bit of advice. That was quick fire. Right, well, next race is in June the 28th. Now I really like that it goes from March to June, because if you've done a Winter Nuts, that can take at least 4 to 6 weeks to recover from that. That's a lot of effort you're going through. So going into June, that means you can recover well, and then you can go into a good training block towards World's Toughest Mudder, which is where is that this year? It is actually in the UK this year, isn't it? Toughest Mudder.
That's a mad one. Yeah, it's in the UK at Belvedere Castle. Is
it Belvoir?
Belvoir. Yeah, it's French, isn't it?
Is it Beaver?
Like my wine.
Is it Beaver? Belvoir?
Beaver.
Ian, jukebox, come back again. We need your help.
I believe it's pronounced Beaver Castle. It's spelled Belvoir, but it's Beaver Castle. I think because the locals thought it was sounding a little bit too foreign for them, too French. So they called it Beaver Castle. I don't know if that's true or whether it is an urban legend. Chris, you'll have to ask Will next time you're on Who's Hot, because he is a Grantham local, or he's from around that area. I'm sure he'll know the story far better than I will.
Grantham. Because that's where we had the British Championships this year, isn't it?
That's where we camped.
So Will's a local from Grantham.
Yeah, did you not know he's from near that area?
Explains a lot, because we went out for a couple of drinks in Grantham.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Is that the city?
I'm curious. Yeah, Grantham is the city town. I believe they tried to put up a statue of Margaret Thatcher because she is from Grantham, or she was the local MP. But I'm curious. So you went out for a few drinks. Did Will know where to go, or was he banned from every pub in Grantham?
I just saw his face on Pub Watch. He didn't actually come out with us. His face was just plastered all over all the pubs. I was like, I know that guy.
This man may film you. That's what it was said, didn't it?
Pugs welcome. Yeah.
Right. So that is World's Toughest Mudder, June 28th, which that'd be amazing. And it's also just a great venue. There's a lot around there. Ships, what's the next date?
Just go back to that, right?
Okay.
I'm interested to know about this one, because it's World's Toughest Mudder. I guess that's going to come down to on points of who actually has the most laps to win this one.
It's miles, isn't it?
Miles, yeah. But
is it miles or laps?
Isn't it?
Yeah, lap. Yeah, it is actually. Yeah,
same thing, but potato. And I guess that'll be the same for the next one in July 26th at Tough Mudder Infinity.
Oh, that's close. June, a month to recover from a 24-hour race.
Yeah, I think most people are probably going to decide to do these two, because obviously you don't have to do all of the races. But the people who are going to decide to do one of these two are probably more than likely going to pick one or the other.
If you're taking it serious, if you're DAS, you probably do all of them. But If you're a mere mortal like some people, you have to actually pick and choose these races to peak in them. So doing an ultra pretty much month after the other is going to be tough. And then we need to promote this one big. This is
no, isn't this a race that shan't be named?
No, this is its cousin. Yeah. The race that shan't be named's cousin, the Farmyard Jam, on August the 23rd. This came down to what?
Yeah, that was such a good race to watch.
Yeah, I think most people tuned in for that last lap, and that was awesome to watch. Russell and Das just battling out like zombies as well. Like they were just so tired.
I've just realised what I can do here as well.
What's that?
You can also tune in to them pesky Who's Hot team and listen to all about the Endurance League, especially this race, sometime either before this podcast to be released or after this podcast to be released.
Oh, there's so many different podcasts just giving such good information of OCR.
Yeah, what a great thing.
Bunch of people.
Right, go on to the next one.
The last one. So so that was August 23rd, and then we're going into October the 3rd. So you got enough to have a good rest for this for the last race of the series, which is
Spartan Race
Ultra. Where's it? What's LSC? What's that? Where's the location of LSC? Might need to ask the jukebox.
London Southeast.
Is it? Also, is that Pippenford then? Yeah.
Jukebox.
That's gonna be your nickname, Ian.
I'm only next to a jukebox. I am not actually the jukebox, but anyway, London South East, aka Pippingford Park, which is Matt B. Davis's favourite venue because he imagines that it's all whimsical and you just walk past Philip Pirrup or Pip as he's known in I want to say Great Expectations, but Pippingford Park is London South East. And it's anything but whimsical for anyone who's ever done the hills or gone through that freezing cold lake.
Yeah, I was going to say that is for 50k. That'll be tough.
That will be tough. The course alone, without obstacles. Pippenford Park, we all know it as a difficult place to run, and that is going to be a tough one. Great for a final. I'll be interested to see you as the points towards the end of that season to really make a bit of a damage on that.
Yeah. I think that was our best news cover of so far, Ships. Well done. Pat yourself on the back for that one.
OCR.
Should we carry on with OCR?
Go on then. Suppose
we might. OCR podcast. Kinda.
Is it? Yeah, it is. No, and adventure running.
And yeah. Let's do a little shout out for Rick. So obviously Rick Burgess was ran what was it called? Lions Den?
Raw Fit.
Raw Fitness Lions Den, which is obviously sadly not around.
Not with us anymore, no.
Yeah. However, he is doing a 12 weeks of Christmas. So he is still a personal trainer. He is still helping people stay accountable to their fitness gains over Christmas. Chucked in the calendar.
Rick's been doing these sort of things I've been in the sport quite a while now, and I think Rick's been doing sort of virtual challenges for as much as I can remember, and this is just another one of that. So
to support him, just head over to his Facebook. He's doing tickets, and also 50% of profits of it is going to a mental health charity. Is it same?
Yeah, Rick's very big on his mental health. He's been supporting, I'm pretty sure it's probably the same charity. He's been supporting that for quite a number of years.
Yeah, just a little news story put in here. Just a little plop. I plop this one in here. Ships. Do you know what I'm going to talk about?
I hope it's about our merchandise.
No, what accountabilitycorner.com. You know when you know what Mo does a lot.
Eat.
No. What happens when you eat too much? What happens after food?
You digest.
Yeah, and then what happens?
You sleep.
No. Did you not see the story of the runner that was
yeah. I did. I love this story.
Well, you didn't get the hints there.
Well, you're meant to give them good, but you don't.
Has this ever happened to you, Ships?
Many, many, many times.
Okay.
Do you know what I like about this story? Do you want to elaborate on what this story was?
So the story is that I'm doing the rounds on Instagram and Facebook. is an athlete, a female athlete running a marathon, I believe. Or is it it looks like triathlon, and the camera is following her, which is obviously good. She was doing really well, and then she just turns around and says, "Can you not film me from behind because I've just shot myself?"
There's so much to this I love.
Yeah.
No, I love every minute of this, every bit of this sort of story.
What, the fact that she's still going, she's absolutely smashing it.
One, she's still going. Two, she doesn't care, but she does care because obviously she's just like, just don't film my butt. She's acknowledged it. She knows what's happened. She's accepted the fate that has occurred, and she just doesn't want her ass to be shown with a bit of, well, poop on it, I suppose. But she knows it happens to everyone. There's no scaredness in it. It's just straight to the point. Right, look, do us a favor. You can film me all you want, but don't film my pooey bum.
And do you know, it's something we would cover. Well, sorry, not we. That great podcast, Accountability Corner, they might cover something like this, where athletes, we all go through the same thing. We just don't talk about them as much. Like the amount of times that I've had so many close calls like this. Let's not go into. I don't want to go too much detail, but this is normal for an athlete. And the fact that she is at the top of her game, and she has got to the point that she's released herself and just carried on running because she knows that she just wants to commit to the cause. That is awesome. And,
yeah, but I think people always think that running's this beautiful thing that happens, but it's not. So much happens internally to your body that you can't. It's not beautiful. I mean, you got snot coming out, you got sweat coming out. You're just a ball of mess.
It does go to nutrition as well. Like I've found that I change up my nutrition, and sometimes this happens, sometimes it doesn't. I'm not saying that this has happened to me. I said it's just close calls. Maybe I've lost a sock or two in the woods, but but it happens to everyone, and I think it's just normal. Yeah, but it's great. It's great to see someone just literally just keeps going. It's like when Paula Radcliffe, it happened to her, didn't it?
To bring that out. Yeah,
that's one of the famous ones. Yeah.
She had to. She did one better. She just dropped drawers and did it on the side of the road.
Yeah, I know. But nothing getting in her way.
It just shows that you just got to get on with things. You can't let little things stop you from. She's obviously trained her ass off, pun intended. God, that jukebox is shaking his head.
Yeah.
She's trained her ass off. She's not going to give up just because this may have happened. It just shows priorities overcome badness.
Put that on a t-shirt.
It's going, yeah. Yeah, I love that story.
Right, let's stay on triathlon for 1 minute because we've always talked about this, yeah? If there was an athlete that you'd like to take to OCR, yeah, where would you take, what sport would you take them out from? And we've seen time and time again triathletes come out of the sport of triathlon and into OCR and absolutely dominate. Like, who's part of Nuclear Phoenix? Got here, who's absolutely dominating the top of the game at one point. I'm going to forget his name. I've forgotten his name. Do you know who I mean? Chips?
You're really trying to take Alan's place here, forgetting names.
I am forgetting a name. Should I just say any name?
Yeah.
I can't.
Give me a face. Give me a face.
He was quite old.
Oh no, I know Nick Day.
Yes. Yeah, he was doing awesome, and they come from triathlon. A lot of athletes have come from triathlon. Yeah. But where I'm going with this story is obviously Alistair Brownlee has retired. Yeah. Do you reckon we should start to recruit him in?
I reckon so. I think we've spoken about triathletes many times because they have that compromised running already built in.
Yeah, little few pull-ups, he'd be perfect.
Didn't he? He's the one who had the little wobble, wasn't it? And his brother helped him out.
Isn't Alistair the older one?
It was one of them two, wasn't it?
Yeah, Alistair's the older one. So Johnny Brownlee is still
That's it. Yeah,
still racing because he races the Super Tri and he's the team manager of Brownlee Racing. It's called now.
Where did they get that name from?
I don't know. It's a good name. So Alistair Brownlee went into ultra triathlon, didn't he? He went to Ironmans, and he clearly is retired from that.
So do you reckon he's going to come over to do an OCR then?
I don't know. His arms look quite small, so yeah,
a bit like Russell Walsh's.
We do need some names doing it. I think like Hyrox has had some great names go into it, haven't they? Like celebrities, like Kelly Holmes was doing it the other day, wasn't it? Is it Kelly?
No, they've just had an influencer doing it.
What,
I was hoping
Nick
the
Bear?
jukebox. That's the one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I was listening to some people on another podcast talk about this, and I ain't got a clue who he is.
Oh, I watch his YouTube. It's really good, actually. He's got a company, and a nutrition company, and he's actually really good. He actually competed with he was competing with Hunter when they were trying to do the fastest marathon over 200 pounds.
That's expensive.
No. I felt like I was going to explain it to you then. No. All right. Okay. All right. I just think OCR could do with some celebrities coming over to give it a go. Give it a bit of yeah.
Get a few more eyes. Yeah, get a few more eyes on it.
Yeah.
I mean, they tried this in the States before, didn't they? They had some of the NFL players coming into it, and the Spartan race and that.
They just had it at the Spartan World Champs, didn't they? They had the Ninja Warrior athletes come across to give a go at the 100 meters.
Yeah, you had all the Ninja Warriors. You had Jessie Graff.
Jessie Graff, that's it. Yeah,
she's strong.
Yeah, we need people doing. We need Alan to recruit people for the UK OCR series. Get athletes in on that recruitment drive. But actually, no, we don't want that ships, do we? Because we'll get lower in the ranking.
I don't think we would.
Would you reckon? Do you think you could beat Alistair Brownlee at 3K?
Depends how obstacle dense it is, I think. Yes. I reckon. Do you know what? It's difficult to say, isn't it? Because, well, these are superb athletes, but going straight out of one sport and into another. All right, yeah, they're gonna have some serious translations to it, but are they going to be able to compete? Maybe against us, yes, they would. But to the real top guys like Jesse De Gea and Stein and Leon and Ryan Atkins, I don't think they'd stand a chance.
Well, even with like a good, say, 3-month block of training.
No, it'd have to be more than that. I'd say they'd have to be in there at least a couple of years.
We need to try and recruit one, take him under our wing, and then unleash him into the wild.
Well, you know what we could do, couldn't we?
Well,
supply him with the merchandise that we sell.
Oh, what merchandise? Who sells that?
You know,
what? Not on the Swift. Oh no, the Swift corner. Let's move on to another OCR story. I'm thinking of OCR World Championships has had a bit of a change around on its staffing, hasn't it? Have you seen this?
Long-term members. Yeah, long-term member. Well, she's been around for ages. I can remember Rashaleen being. How do you actually pronounce her name?
I was going to ask the jukebox that.
Jukebox?
Talking jukebox.
I believe it's Rachel Ann.
Rachel Ann.
Yeah, as simple as that. Exactly as it's spelled.
I have to apologise for my reading. Do you know, right, that I thought Hermione Granger was Hermione for years and years just because I couldn't read it. This is why I don't say people's names too often. But anyway,
yeah, I think this happens at any company when there's loads of change and new investment and new processes. And clearly, Spartan have brought in, when they bought OCR World Championships, maybe their own way of thinking and their own way they like to do things. And staff move around because sometimes maybe they don't like the ethos or like the company culture anymore. It might have changed, but it sounds like Rachel Ann's loved every minute of been there and said a really good post about it. So it's nice. I hope she finds OCR and goes into something else in OCR, because it's far and few between. Oh, Ian, he's up.
Apologies, Rachel Ann. She's quite an interesting character when it comes to OCRWC. She's been there from the start, and you know that she's actually married to a unicorn, correct?
Yeah, Tristan Steed.
We know the unicorn.
How cool is that? She came through OCRWC. Via OCRWC, she met an actual unicorn, and they got married, and by all accounts, are living happily ever after. That's the story that should be told on YouTube. You know, none of this. Oh, I did a high rocks after losing 50 pounds. I want to hear about the princess finding her unicorn.
It's a good story. I don't think they were sharing that at the OCR World Championships. Maybe that's the reason. Maybe that the unicorn needs to move on, and she's moving with him.
Maybe.
Be good to see the unicorn back in OCR though. I'd welcome that. He's signed up for a few races. I've seen his name down, but never seen him on the start line of those races. Yeah, come back, Unicorn. Come back. Right, Ships, you pick the next one because I feel like we are doing an awesome job. We're rattling through these, rattling through.
Maybe that's the problem. Are we meant to be rattling through it?
Oh, I don't know what pace you're meant to be doing with this, but we choose our pace. Go
All
on.
right, let's
you pick
pace it with
a news
pace it with Treadmill World Championships that they've just released. So athletics now, this is a crazy one, or is it a crazy one? Athletics have decided to start doing, or possibly start doing, a treadmill world champs. So basically, it's the same as a running race, but you don't go anywhere.
The good thing about that, do you know the best thing about this?
You can all sit in the same room and watch TV.
No, you wouldn't poo yourself because you just get off and go to the toilet.
They could have it in Portaloos.
A little toilet beside the treadmill.
Yeah. So I don't really know how I feel about this one.
Well, triathlon do it, didn't they?
Yeah, indoor rowing and indoor.
No,
stuff,
rowing's not involved in triathlon.
Oh no, you're right. But they do indoor rowing competitions, don't they?
Yeah. Why should we not have an indoor treadmill competition? I suppose the calibration's got to be right though, isn't it? Because not all treadmills are calibrated the same.
No.
Even if you think they are, like this is a good note for everyone at home. If you feel like you're running hard on a treadmill compared to the same pace outside, you may need to get your treadmill calibrated because whatever pace it says on the screen can sometimes be off.
Yeah.
I've got mine serviced and had a look at it, and mine has been off quite a bit. And I've been wondering, like, why is 10-minute mile? Like, why is this not 10-minute mile? Yeah, 10-minute mile. Why is 10-minute mile feeling like it is? And it's because it was nearly 11 to 12. It was so wrong.
That's the thing. How are they going to do that? Obviously, they'll have to have the same treadmills. They'll have to be calibrated the same.
You're not going to bring your treadmill, are you?
But then, like, how can you compare? How can you compare different times of these treadmills across different multiple places?
Well, it'll be like Swift. You know, Swift. You can do your running. You can actually see the race in virtual reality. But you can see it on the big screen. That'd be quite cool to watch. That's what I've always thought you could have for OCR. Can you imagine if every racer had a tracker on them, a GPS tracker, and then it gets put onto a screen and you can see where the athletes are at any one time, like Formula One. So this is what you'll be able to do with the treadmills, wouldn't you? You'll be able to see where people are.
Yeah, still not selling it to me.
No. Okay.
I just don't think that people standing in a room is a good image for the sport of running, because the whole point of running is getting out there and being able to use your body to free yourself from the confines of stationary objects. You're getting out from being static and going out into the world and being movemic.
You have a way with words. Okay.
Do you not agree?
Yeah, I do. But I'm one of them sad people not sad people.
Yes, you are a sad person.
Yeah, maybe I am. I love a treadmill run. I'm here for a treadmill.
I wonder if you're watching this, the time will go the same speed. It feels like on. No, not this. I mean, if you watch the Treadmill World Championships, do you reckon the time will go as slow as it feels when you go actually on a treadmill?
What, like watching paint dry?
Like every minute will seem like 12,000 minutes.
I actually put tape over my the time and the miles when I go on the treadmill. Because I keep looking at it every second. 1 second's gone. Oh no, another second. Do you ever do intervals on it and then you do that? You look down and the interval does not seem to have changed. Yeah, and it's going on forever. It's only a 400-meter interval, and it feels like it's been on here a lifetime. I'm gonna fall off the back in a minute. Health and safety as well. Imagine that. That'd be a nightmare. People falling off the back.
I mean, the thing is, right? They went back to it like so. Do you remember that High Rocks Championships? I think it was during COVID.
Yeah, that was in Vienna, wasn't it?
Yeah, they used the Woodway treadmill then, I think, because they obviously didn't go out. Now, for something like that, when you're limited for space on a competition like that, I can get on board for.
Do you reckon that's the treadmills they use?
I would assume more than likely.
Yeah.
But for like 400, can you imagine if they did a marathon on it?
I think they are. I'm going to look into it further, Ships, if you continue talking to the listeners.
That's always a good choice. So, listeners, I'm just going to plug accountabilitycorner.com.
We're going to get cut. Alan's going to cut all this out. Oh no, we found out it's a non-cut show, so we can say as much as we want, can't we?
Yeah, so .com.
.com. Right. Let's stay on OCR. Keep staying on OCR as much as we can. I think this is actually like a super, super important one to for every listener to know. Obviously, Jack Carpenter is a huge personality in the sport of obstacle course racing. And if you've been lucky enough to meet Jack, you just know how committed he is to OCR and helping the sport grow. So obviously it's not nice, obviously, what himself and his family are going through. And I think it's just super important that we get on board and support him as much as possible. And he's given us the ability to support him and reach out, which is obviously is it a raffle he's currently got going, but most importantly also he has got a race happening on the 14th of December, which is to say goodbye to Field Fit, which understandably that Field Fit can't continue since obviously he's going through so much. So I think what is available is there's a GoFundMe page for Jack, and they're looking for donations if you're going to attend the 14th of December. So it's a £30 donation, I think, and then obviously anything to help him and his family would be amazing. Yeah, it's super sad, actually. I think obviously I know that it's been talked about on this podcast in previously, but just personally for like our athletes that have raced with him, it is really, really upsetting and shocking. But yeah.
This I mean, it's a difficult one to talk about. Jack's Instagram's been, he's been really, really open with everything that he's going through, and in some ways it's quite hard to watch sometimes because it just shows our own vulnerability. But Jack's such an influential person, and it just shows that how brave he is. He's such a brave dude for doing all this, and he's going to be doing this Field Fit thing. Dave's helping him out. I think the whole community's helping him out. I think people really need to get down there, show their support. I mean, even if you don't turn up, you can still show your support by donating, just sending some messages to his friends and family, and just getting on board. I mean, I know it's difficult this time of the year to do things because we're all really, really busy. But you don't actually have to turn up to show your support. But I mean, if you go down to the thing that he's doing, Dave's helping out, and it's going to be a massively really cool event with loads of games going down, loads of obstacle fun, and Field Fit's an incredible venue. I mean, we haven't had the chance to go down there, but every time we've seen the videos, he has built an awesome place, and it shows.
Yeah, and I suppose if Jack, if you're listening to this, every single person's thinking of you. So yeah, get down there. All right. It's hard to continue after that one, but I suppose we should help people. If this is my segue, if obviously donating to Jack is amazing, and we're going to help you save money in other areas. And obviously Black Friday is a good time to save money, but I think there is a lots of discounts currently available for Tough Mudder. I think our jukebox can verify that.
Yeah, at the moment, this is an interesting story because at the moment, your actual discount from Tough Mudder will vary. Check your inbox. You might have a 35% off code there. You might have a 50% off code there. Heck, there may even be a 75, 90%, maybe 110%, and Will Dean comes back to the company and personally hands you a tenner. I'm not sure. They're going discount crazy. And honestly, I don't know if I'm there for this because everyone loves a discount. But as Alan always says, if you get in first, you should get the best price. I'm not sure what the rest of you guys think.
Yeah,
actually, that makes sense.
Yeah, I've always thought that, and this is classic Spartan advertising and marketing. It's creating chaos in terms of like just giving inconsistent information to everyone, so everyone talks about it. I work in marketing, and I've actually never heard of this way of marketing. It's a very different approach that I've seen, and I think you should, if you go in first. we've always said early bird you should get early bird catches the worm, so you should be able to get the cheapest price. But what people have found in the past is that you get a cheap price of an early bird, then Black Friday comes around and it looks you've actually lost money. It's difficult to know when to actually buy obstacle course racing tickets sometimes.
It's to make people want to spend money in it by causing chaos.
Yeah, because everyone gets FOMO. Everyone feels like they're missing out. Yeah. So if you feel like if you're going to miss out on 50% off, you're going to buy it right now, and it actually creates urgency.
The only thing about Black Friday I don't like is it does force you to spend money at a time when you probably shouldn't spend money.
What? I think you shouldn't spend money. However, Martin Lewis, he had good advice that Black Friday actually consistently is cheaper than buying in the Christmas sales. So there you go. If you are going to anything,
are you sure it was Martin Lewis and not a deep fake?
It was real Martin Lewis. So watch his show.
Well, there's a lot of deep fake Martin Lewis is going about.
Is there really?
There is, yes.
Oh,
and just to the Swift Half listeners, just beware that there is a lot of deep fakes out there.
We're real though.
We're real.
Yeah.
We may not be coming back on this show, but we are real.
What show are we on though? If you do want to listen to us more.
Oh, Accountability Corner.
Oh, that's the one. Yeah.
On all your platforms.
All platforms. Apple and
just jumping in again on this whole code thing with Tough Mudder. It's an absolute mess. So you click on, I've got a 50% off. By the way, listener, it's come back 50. No idea if it'll still be valid when you do this, but honestly, use it. I probably won't be. But you click on the link, and the first thing that pops up when you click on the link is take 35% off, use code Black Friday. Well, I've just clicked on the link because I want to use 50% off, and now you're telling me to use code Black Friday. But wait, there's more. If you then click on an event, it then says, what does it say? Oh, here we go. Save 35% on group packages for the month of November. Learn more. Seriously, this isn't how you market. This is how you do a fire sale.
Yeah.
I have seen fire sales more organised with an auctioneer pulling up the day before it's happening and be more organised than this shower of you know what.
So just plug in my own personal professional opinion here for Tough Mudder. If you're listening, if you need a head of marketing, my LinkedIn is Darren Martin. Just I know how to do a proper omni-channel marketing campaign, which you've clearly not looked at the journeys of customers and understood what they click on and what they go through to actually give consistent information. But follow me on LinkedIn.
So what's actually shocking about it is the price isn't actually bad anyway for a Tough Mudder. You can currently at Midlands, so if you want to go and see Will, at Midlands, first mud is only 95 quid at the moment.
Well, that's good.
That's not bad. Yeah, that's not bad. Let's have a look and see what happens when I put this code in. Do I have an account? No, go away.
Give it a go. If you get that 35%, remember the admin fee though. You won't get 35% off that fee.
Oh no, you got to fill in all your details before you can put in the code. Listeners, I love you. I don't love you that much. Go and do your own experiment. Let me know.
Yeah, share the love as well. That's actually amazing. Is obviously on Facebook you got such a big community on the UK OCR. So I think everyone should. If they find anything cheaper, share it. Share the love. We love getting cheap races. All right. Anything else, Ships, you want to chuck out there? What's going on news? Anything? I think we've covered quite a lot.
Oh, no, I know one.
Go on.
The one that I picked up on.
What
so
was
our
that?
favourite, right. So back in the day, do you all remember James Appleton?
I do, yeah. Part of Machines, wasn't he?
Before that, really. I don't think it was a Mudstacle machine.
Oh, no, is it Cliff? Was it Cliff?
Yeah, Cliff. So he was an original OG, one of the best that we had in the country, Spartan raced all over the world. Anyways, nowadays he works for, I believe, Rat Race. So he's just set a world record for running up Jacob's Ladder in a place called St. Helena. Does anyone know where that is? Jukebox, Darren?
I actually do, because of a weird thing that's happening in High Rocks at the moment.
Really?
Yeah, it's a kooky crossover here, but at the moment, many United Kingdom athletes, because you put your nationality in, they are running under the flag of St. Helena because depending where you actually register, so if you register in a foreign race or France or Germany, if you put nationality as United Kingdom, all it brings up is Union flag under St. Helena, and it has a little bit of a Union Jack in the corner. You know, like Australia, their flag has a Union Jack in the corner. So people are selecting this. So St. Helena is going to have one of the best High Rocks World Championship teams ever because they've had multiple podium winners. I believe this Friday there's at least 2 great runners running under this flag. But to answer your question, St. Helena is in the Caribbean, not too far from the British Virgin Isles.
Close, but not quite. It's in the South Atlantic, just off the, well, I say off the coast of Africa, kind of in the middle of nowhere.
Really?
Yeah.
The South Atlantic is off the coast of Africa.
Well, hang on, let me get my geography up.
Is this a geography lesson?
I should know. My family's from there.
Are they really?
Well, you're actually right.
So I am.
You're absolutely right. Yeah, it's a bit lower than the Caribbean. Hey,
Sorry,
you learn something new every day.
When anyone ever questions my intelligence, I have to double check it.
No, you were absolutely spot on. My apologies. For some strange reason, when we were looking this up, I don't know. I bet you I looked up. Is it Saint Kitts?
I'm surprised I even made it this far.
I looked up the wrong saint. Let me check. Saint Kitts and Nevis, which is in the Caribbean. Right. I will save Martin Gemmell will have a field day with this. I'm not sure if it's quite a Malparism. What's a Malabar geographyism? I'm not sure. Anyway,
you were asking the wrong people. Yeah.
Anyway,
what was that thing?
Carry
University.
Anyway, carry on.
Go on. James Appleton.
Tell us your news.
James Appleton set a world record for running up and down Jacob's Ladder, which is a super high stairway in St. Helena, also where Napoleon was banished to after the revolution. So I believe that Rat Race could be putting on a race here. Now, St. Helena has only just got an airport, so it's been really, really hard to get to for forever, basically. It used to be an old trading island. You can't really go there. So if Rat Race do put on a race there, I think it'll be an amazing race. From my family side who've been there, because not everyone has, it is an absolutely gorgeous, tiny little island. And if there's a race there, it'll be awesome.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Chris, can I chat? Are your family actually from St. Helena?
Yeah, my dad's side.
This is actually really freaky. You really need to go to High Rocks, put as your nationality St. Helena, because you'll be the first athlete genuinely from there.
It's a shame I'm an OCR athlete.
Yeah, but just do a High Rocks. Everyone else is doing it.
Yeah. Have they got any Black Friday deals?
You need to get in first. Don't worry about the cost of it. You need a ticket first.
No, that's true. They do sell out. Are we segueing into Alan's High Rock section?
I think this sounds like a good segue. I think it's not Alan's. Alan doesn't own this segue. Yeah,
Ian,
you're getting named wrong. You're like,
right, it is difficult.
Yeah.
Right. Not a lot of High Rocks news this week. We have a event which is actually happening as you're listening to this. As this comes out on Friday, we are in London XL from 8 a.m. all the way through to, I want to say, about 7 p.m. on Sunday. I think they will pause for the evening, but it's High Rocks, who knows. We, as in the Royal We, will be doing some streaming on at uk.hxr. We're going to cover the men's doubles open race. We're also going to be covering the men's pro race. That'll be 8 a.m. on Friday for the men's open race. The interest there is Kieran Parkinson and Tony Revel are trying to get a sub 50. Only 5 other teams have previously done a sub 50, so they're going to try and do it. In the men's pro race, the interest there is Sean Noble, seeing whether or not he can follow up his amazing race in doubling to again get, say, a sub 57 to get him a elite 15 place. Me and the intern are taking part. Mike Nolan, good friend of the show, will also be there. We'll be judging. And even more interesting, the OCR solo mudders are using this opportunity to have a few drinks on the Saturday over in London at some point. I do not know the plans at all. I'm literally going to message someone, probably will, find out what we're doing. But it is an open invite. So if any listeners are out there who happen to live around London, feel free to join the OCR Solo Mudders as we, I would say, paint the town red, but it's London prices. So I don't know, beige, maybe a little bit pink, but yeah, probably not red. But everyone is more than welcome to come and join us.
How many people you got coming? Do you know already? Well, who's confirmed?
Well, let's see. There's me, there's the intern, there's Will. So that's three.
That's good. Three's a crowd.
Three is absolutely a crowd.
Yeah.
I think we've got Mike Moussard, we've got Joanne who's coming, and quite a few other. I want to say, I think Sharon and Leonsky. I'm not sure if you guys know Sharon and Leonsky. If you don't, you absolutely should. I believe they've got plans in London that we may distract them from, so they may end up coming. But absolutely, yeah, anyone can come. All it is a BYOB. It's buy your own beers as standard.
I like that that's said straight away because there's nothing worse than rounds in London. You don't want to enter into that.
I love
Chips,
rounds.
Yeah, but not in London.
Yeah, it's true. I don't go out in London much.
No. What, Chips, are you not tempted for a High Rocks?
Yes, possibly.
What's holding you back?
OCR.
OCR's holding you back.
I'm loyal. I'm a loyal person.
You can go and do a High Rocks with Chips. No one will judge you. All the listeners out there are going to message you and say, we support you. Okay? We support Chips to do a High Rocks.
I don't do mahogany.
Oh, what?
Misogyny?
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
If you can get tickets, I
would like to. I would like to have a go.
It's a great atmosphere. I've done the team relay. That's all I've done as a Rumble team, and that was it's pretty awesome there.
I will say though, the only thing that does put me off, I do like being outside.
Yeah, it gets hot. Good music though.
Well, Chris, if you like being outside, but you do want to try a fitness race, why not do Nuclear Fit, or why not go and do Deadly Dozen? Both of them are outside races. Deadly Dozen is on a racetrack, but you take part in the exercises on the grass in the middle. So sometimes you get dirty. Or Nuclear Fit, of course, is over at Wild Forest, near Wild Forest, and that is very rustic. It is a combination of a High Rocks and a fitness race.
Yeah, well, I like Nuclear Fit looking because it's kind of like farmyard challenges, isn't it? Some of the things. And I don't know if you noticed, but I'm a bit of a scaffolder, so I'm used to throwing things around.
You should go do
You're
one.
a scientist.
Yeah.
I am a scientist of OCR. I wonder, have you heard from the lab assistant lately?
Who?
Becky, the lab assistant.
Oh, the lab assistant. I don't know. No, when you hear from the lab assistant.
Nah, she's gone AWOL. I think she's quit.
No, she's just celebrating. She's just creating celebrations for Das because he just keeps winning marathons.
That's it.
Yeah. We signed up for a fitness race back in just before COVID, didn't we, Ships? It was called Warrior Fit or something. Can't remember. Round about them lines, wasn't it? We saw it and it was down near you.
Did we?
Yeah. But then obviously all races outside and everything got cancelled. But I do like the idea of maybe doing nuclear fit.
Put it on the list.
Yeah. It transfers well to training. Don't have to recover too much from that to OCR.
It's apples and pears, isn't it?
Yeah. Just get one booked. Let's get one booked. Maybe then Ian will invite us on his other podcast.
Probably not after this one.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, you've done a really good job, lads. It's interesting just listening to you guys go back and forth. I will confess, I think I've only listened to one Accountability Corner. I need to listen to more, and maybe if I listen to more, I could buy some merchandise. Do you have any merchandise? I'm not sure, and if you do, how can I get it?
Wow, Ships. I don't think we've mentioned it, have we?
I don't think so, but yes, Yes, Ian, you are correct. There is merchandise available. And also, there's a Patreon now. Isn't that right, Darren?
That is correct, Shipley. So we have launched Patreon, which is a start of things to come. We've also got merch available because everyone kept asking us, have you got t-shirts? And because we keep wearing our t-shirts. So yeah, it's a start of us progressing things further and growing the podcast to help OCR. And as we always do say, and I think every podcast that is in this community is that all we're doing this for is to really help listeners understand OCR, get on board of like hybrid racing, understand the relationship between the two, and hopefully grow it because it's an awesome thing.
It really is. And what I love about OCR is how it brings people from around the world together. So for those of our American listeners, as you're listening to this, I hope you had a great Thanksgiving. Enjoy Black Friday. Please don't punch anyone. But what I also hope you did is I hope you went out for a turkey trot run. Have you guys ever heard of a turkey trot run?
I've heard of the turkey trots.
Yeah, I've heard of it. Yeah, it's similar to our. We have Santa scurries, don't we?
We do, yes. So it's very similar. It's a 5K organized race, but for some reason in America you tend to have to pay for 5Ks. We don't really know part run of there, but yeah, I hope anyone who enjoys a turkey, I hope you went and did your trot first.
Yeah, because you don't want to run into that same position we've mentioned.
Oh, absolutely not.
No.
Oh God, can you imagine that in a turkey suit?
Well, at least there's room for it.
Oh, it's just like gravy then, isn't it?
Oh gosh.
Oh. I think this is going down the toilet now, so I think we should end it, shouldn't we? Is there anything, Ian? Review. I feel like we've hit the mark for your listeners. Hopefully, you do get listeners coming back after this. I hope we filled in well. Sorry about our dishwasher. He never came out.
I've really enjoyed tonight. It's really nice. Sometimes it's always scary when I go to Swift Half and find Alan's nailed something to the door. It doesn't happen often. I really hope that Alan enjoyed himself this evening because he's gone to the theatre, finally got some culture. I really hope he didn't buy any snacks because he's from Yorkshire and £3.50 for some popcorn probably blew his mind. But listener, it should be me and Alan back next week, I think. However, check out Darren and the dishwasher and Chris over on Accountability Corner. If you don't already follow them, make sure you hit that subscribe. It really does help people move up the charts and that, which means they get recognized. And when they get recognized, it really helps because it then means occasionally you can get the odd guests on. You guys have guests on, I'm sure you do.
Yeah, we've had some really good guests on, it's been good. Yeah, we want to get more on because we want to get different views of the world of OCR. Yeah, Leon's view was very interesting actually. So yeah,
Leon's a fascinating character, and I think unless you guys have you got anything more to say?
No, just thanks for having us. Like I hope, you're promising that you and Alan are back next week, so listeners will be back for then. But yeah, thanks for having us. It's been good.
Yeah.
Well, I say me and Alan are back next week. Listeners, if you preferred the Swift Accountability Corner or the Swift Corner, please let us know and we'll see what we can do. Alan's already managed to palm one show off and Chris Shipley together with Becky and Will. So, yeah, if you think we should palm this off on Chris too, please let us know. But if you want some inane banter from two Northerners, then yeah, we will be back next week. And with all that being said, I'm going to say it's goodbye from me.
And it's goodbye from me. That's how it goes, isn't it?
And it's a bye from me.
Ta-ra.